Welcome back, guys. In this fifth tutorial I'll be doing some more on float double character. In the previous tutorial I taught you about integer only, how to use integer variables. Now in this tutorial I'm doing all the data types except void. Here I have already written a program. Here's the code. Let me first show you my code. First, I have included an header file stdio.h, standard input output header file, which is the most important or the basic header file for C. And I have created the main function here, and here you can see a character variable named id. It stores characters from ASCII table. You can find any character from A to Z, number 1 to 9, and these symbols like question mark, dot, comma, anything else. And integer, I have already showed you what an integer is and how can you use what is the format specifier. And float can store fractional values like the value of pi for uh, pi for 3.14, like this value can be stored in float. And double can store more precision than the float. Now let us use this in program. Here first we ask the user to give us an id is like a code. We are not using the name because we haven't studied the array of characters. We'll be doing it in later tutorial. Now we just take a alphabet as an id from the user. So let us first print integer id from A to Z, and we take it by the scanf command. And the format specifier for this character is %c. For character we use %c as format specifier, and we are storing it in the memory location of id. That's what is this command means. Now in the next line here you can see print your age or integer age, and similarly scanf %d is the format specifier for integer, and we have to store the user enter value in age, in the location, in the memory address of age. Now similarly here we have entered the salary, and scanf %f is the specifier, format specifier for floating point value, and we have to store this floating point value in the memory location of salary. Similarly, enter the allowance, and LF is the format specifier for double. For double we use LF, and we have to store the double in the address of allowance. Now it's just simply a print, and this is known as escape sequence. /n is for new lines, /t is for a tab. It is used so that the output looks attractive. Now I've already saved the file as float character double.c. Now let us see it in terminal. Okay, now let's go to the terminal. Now let's just check the file. Here's the file, float character double.c. Now we have to execute this file. To execute this, for gcc float character double.c, name the output. We don't need to name the same. Let's me output something new, new. Okay, new is the output. Let us check some. There is new. Yes, here the new is the executable. We have to execute this new. To do this, you use /new. Now here's the execute. Okay, it asks us to enter an id. Let us put age. Okay, I'm 18, and salary something like 12.1230, and allowance 55.67. Okay, this is, and here's you can see the detail. id, it says age 18, salary 12.320. Let me zoom it. and allowance 56, just as the detail we have typed. This is how you can use other data types. And to limit the size, see, as you can see here, there are 3 zeros more. We don't need these zeros, we just need, okay, let's say we just need 2 decimals after point. To do this, we can decrease the size. Let us print, okay, integer we don't have a decimal. In float, we need just 2 decimals after point. To do this, okay, how many decimal you need before the point? Let's say 10. And how many decimals you need after the point? 2. Before the point I need 10 decimals, and after the point I need 2 decimals. That's how you limit the size. Now if I save it and execute this, first compile it, then run it. Now similarly Q and age 12, salary 12.1234, and allowance 12.856. Now let's check this. Before here id is q as the we have written, and age is 12, salary before the decimal point we have there 12 digits. See, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Here we have 10 spaces before this decimal point. That's how this gap comes from. So if you don't need it, you just leave it blank, just like this, dot. And if you need it, it's not required. We just need 2 decimal after the point. These two, rounding of this 3 and 4, we get, rounding of this value we get 12.12, exactly like this. And in allowance we didn't use anything. Now let us check it again, save it and compile it again once more and run it. Now we use y here and 89 here. Salary will be 12.897, and then allowance will be 99.1121.223. Now see, after round off we would get like this. Rounding off this value 12.897, it will be 12 point, this rounding off, this will be 7 will round off to make this 10. If this is 10, this will be 0 and 1 will be added to this 8, and the rounding of value will be 12.90, just as we expected. That's how it works. Now I want to show you something new in this tutorial. Let's go for a new file, new, something new. Let's see. Now I'm typing the code here, you can watch me. Include stdio.h, integer main, return 0. Now I have an integer named x and y. Let us consider x equals to 5 and y equals to 2, and a floating point z. If I consider z equals to x by y, by this mean z must be equals to 2.5. Is or not? Yes. Now let us check the value of z. Percentage z equals to percentage f comma and z. Now let us check the value of z here. First save it, then go to the terminal. Here's it. Let us check the file first. The file is something new.c. Compile it, something new.c. Let's output something new. Let's just run it, something new. See, actually the value must be 2.5 because 5 divided by 2, 5x is 5, by 2 is 2.5, but we are getting here value 2. That's a surprise. Let's not be a surprise. There's something new in this, and I'll be teaching it in next tutorial. It's called typecasting, how to do it, and I'll be teaching it in next tutorial. Thank you, keep watching, bye bye.